Hello everybody, Aaron Stewart from the Little Black Couch, going live on the way home from work, 7:19, and haven't been live very much lately, and definitely haven't been live with the fancy studio in the office, but wanted to go live really quick. There's been a lot of questions coming in. I haven't been going live very often because we've been up to our necks in programming, automation tests, beta. It's been crazy. So we will be taking on our first podcast beta tester starting tomorrow. And so now we've got I do Facebook Lives, but we've got another Facebook Live in Nick Fitzgerald. And then we've got, again, that's a radar detector just for informational purposes only. Anyway, so we've got 2 Facebook Live betas going. We'll have a YouTube beta going. We're going to do a podcast beta going. And then we're trying to find, I think I've identified an Instagram Live and poster going. And we've developed a lot of cool new, the automations, the onboarding sequences, all of that's going really well. And we're building all that stuff out. So it's kind of like the automations themselves are firing perfectly and the beta's going great, but now you got to do all the boring stuff, right? You've got to build out the sign up, the payment page, all of that stuff. So I'm doing that too. The automations, the email firing. I did make the switch from, I've wanted to do this for a while, but I made the switch from ConvertKit over to ActiveCampaign. Informational purposes only, folks. That's all. And ActiveCampaign is the bomb. So I've taken a little time to get to know ActiveCampaign and some of the automations and the flexibility between ClickFunnels, ActiveCampaign, and then our automations and onboarding with accounts and things like that. We are literally using ActiveCampaign as our CRM. And so there's a lot of flexibility and power with that ActiveCampaign, and they've been really great to work with. I requested a couple little things from them. They were very responsive. They're out of Europe, which I didn't know. They are very responsive, and they made a couple changes to their system for us in order to accommodate our automations. And so very, very cool. Hey man, good to see you, buddy. But anyway, it's very exciting how things are going. So, but one of the things I wanted to kind of come up with tonight as I'm driving home, and I've picked up dinner for the family, is that it was really cool. So I'm part of a little group that uses, I think it's called committo3.com. So there's like 4 of us that are in this little group, and it's a little service. It's a fun service where you can put in, essentially commit to 3 things that you're going to get done that day. And the group has been going, it's been a little iffy. So I'm pretty consistent, and then there's been some other folks that haven't been very consistent. And it was really interesting today because we kind of got on one another and said, hey, why isn't this working? Why isn't everybody getting on and doing this? Are we not supporting each other enough? What are we doing that's wrong with this? And it was really cool. One of the, oh wow, I got a hot chocolate and I just got a whiff of it. It smells delicious. It's freezing cold. Well, it's 50 degrees. I'm always cold. Anyway, so, but one of the things that she said is she's getting frustrated because she puts stuff on there that's too big that she can't get done in a day, and then she gets frustrated, and so then she doesn't want to do it anymore. And so my suggestion to her was, it's something that I've learned, and I talk about it a lot on this channel, but I'm going to continue to talk about it because the world itself is so screwed up when it comes to how we use goals and how we don't do them the right way. Okay, so my suggestion to her was, look, just put some things down that you want to work on that day, whatever it is, and then if you happen to take any sort of action towards that particular activity, whatever it is, any action at all, then mark it off. I mean, there's no hard and fast rule that you cannot mark off a to-do list until it's done. And there's something wrong with us humans in that, especially as adult humans, in that we will not give ourselves credit unless it's done. And that's just flat out stupid. It's a dumb way to live. you have to start rewarding yourself. I think it's one of the reasons we're all so miserable and stressed out all the time is because we don't feel like we're getting enough done. Well, forget that. If you're putting forth the effort and you're trying to get, doing anything towards getting something done, and you got a little bit closer, celebrate that. Be excited about that. Recognize that. Give yourself a pat on the back and be grateful. That's it. I mean, I just think that we do such a poor job at taking care of ourselves and seeing ourselves as failures when we've been working hard all day, right? We've been working freaking hard all day, and we've been taking massive action. And again, any action is massive action. I know some people are getting sick of that word, but anytime you move forward and you start developing some momentum, it's great, right? An object in motion tends to stay in motion. Okay, so you may decide, I don't care if you say, look, I'm gonna work for 1 minute on this thing. Chances are you're gonna go 10, or you're gonna do more than that, because once you get in motion, you stay in motion. Okay, so it's just a matter of getting it going. So any activity, anything that you do towards something that's something that you know is going to help you out in your life, you put any effort towards that, you get credit for it. And I give you permission to give yourself credit for it. Pat yourself on the back. Tell yourself it was a good job. Tell yourself you did an awesome job. Do something like that and give yourself credit for being awesome, for taking action. Because when we aren't giving ourselves credit and we're not taking, and you get frustrated like this poor lady is, that she is not getting enough done. Stupid. Totally stupid. Okay, and it's honestly, it's not the way we were raised, right? When you were a child and you were learning to speak and walk and think and read, you just got showered with encouragement for every tiny little effort. Any action that you took to get that done, you got absolute praise poured out on you. Okay? That's the key. That's the deal. That's what we don't do. We got it as kids. We learned how to get what we needed from being encouraged all the time for just trying. We didn't have a goal to walk. We didn't have a goal to talk. We didn't have a goal to read. None of that. We were just encouraged so much when we made effort that we got all that done anyway. Some of the hardest stuff in the world to do, we got it all done easily without a goal. Goals are not that important. They're just mileposts on your journey. They're not the end all be all. It's just to give you an idea of where you want to go. But you have to learn to celebrate during the journey and not wait until you accomplish something. The accomplishment is in the action, not the outcome. So hopefully that's helpful to somebody. But thanks for joining me. Anybody who watches this, whatever, please subscribe, like, share, use hashtag LittleBlackCouch, and I'll talk to you next time. See ya.